But, like, again, this was, like, the best Dante to play as, which made it even worse because there was, like, no game to play him with. It's like, he has, like, everything that he could do in DMC3 all available whenever you... So, like, you can switch styles whenever you want. It's so fucking nice. But... And then, like, he gets different, weapons, just like DMC3. But it gets to this unfortunate place where it's like, now he has too many options.
Yeah.
In DMC3, you had to pick 2 weapons and what your style is going to be and live with it. In this, you have access to everything that you can do all at once, and you can do whatever you want to do, and that's too much freedom.
Yep.
And now it's like you're crippled with indecision, almost.
Well, that's interesting because it mirrors... I was just thinking about this yesterday because Adam Neely posted a video where he talked about this, but the people who, like, especially music educators on YouTube, who make not, like, rules about composition or about making music or about this and that, but just sort of, like, they say, don't use this, don't use E-flat, like, 11 flat 9 chords because they sound bad. And, like, the standard response is always, well, it's like, it's art, like, you can do whatever you want. It's like, yeah, of course that's true, but if you went to a music teacher and paid them for lessons, and they just went, well, you can do whatever you want, you want your fucking money back. Like, of course you can do whatever you want.
But you shouldn't.
But, like, of course, that goes without saying, but if you want to learn how to make music, what does that mean? You could do whatever you want. I mean, obviously you can't. It's not like you're gonna get fucking shot if you don't follow the rules that people have made. But it's like, well, you have to start with rules. Otherwise, how do you learn? Like, you can do whatever you want. Just make what sounds good. Okay, but what sounds good? Like, and that's just the perfect way to describe it. Like, you could do whatever you want, of course, but if you spent money on music lessons and they just came out and told you, well, do whatever you want, you'd want your fucking money back, because what good does that advice do you? And it's the same sort of thing where too much freedom,
you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck do I do, though?
Yeah, but how do I make a song? And it's like, it's the same idea of, like, you have so much freedom that it can be like, it can be too much.
Yeah.
You have to cut away some stuff in order to make something.
And in DMC, like, there's a video that gets into this that's really good. But it's, like, because I never fucking used anything but Swordmaster in DMC3.
Yeah.
That's all I did. So I got really good at using Swordmaster in DMC3. And I pretty much only used Rebellion and Agni and Rudra. So I got really good at using Rebellion and Agni and Rudra in fucking DMC3. In this, I have access to any of these. I almost never actually change my style.
Yeah.
I can technically do it whenever I want. I forget that I even have the ability to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's incredibly, like, situational. And I almost never change out my weapons. I have access to all the weapons right now. I'm not gonna use them until... Because, like, you don't get them until you beat the boss fight. You get it when you play it for the first time.
Mega Man style.
Yeah, so I want to, like, actually, like, represent that.
Yeah.
But I pretty much always just use Rebellion anyway, and nothing else. Oh no, what is this? Like, I have to remind myself, oh yeah, I have other weapons. Oh yeah, I can use a different style right now. Like, right now, like, oh yeah, I have Royal Guard. Maybe this would be a good context to use Royal Guard.
Yeah, it's like you said, it makes you pick two, and then
like live with your choices.
One, yeah, and then you have to pick 2 weapons, or then you have to pick one, whatever the fuck. It's like, because limitations make things happen.
Yeah.
You know, of course.
You have to learn it now, because that's all you have.
Yeah. Of course, quote unquote, you can do anything, and it's, but especially with music, it's an art as well as a craft. No one pops out of the womb able to play a guitar. You have to, like, the technical, it's just like everyone has music in their heads, but getting it out is a physical process you have to learn and practice.
Yeah, it's drawing too. Like, I can see the picture that I want to draw in my head, but fuck me if I'm ever going to be able to actually draw it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's art, but to learn how to make art is a craft, you know, and you have to learn it just like you learn anything else. But it's that just reminded me of that like, when you have...
Like, I can do anything.
Yeah, when you can do anything, that's way too much fucking freedom. You don't know what to do.
When I can do anything, I don't know what... I can't think of anything.
You do nothing. Which is, like, the point of...
Oh, did you see that shit? Smoking sick style.
Stick style.
Smoking sick style. Oh, that was so fucking cool. I didn't even do it on purpose.
Cat has a lot to say.
Me. Dante's face. It broke. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm told you can do anything, I can't think of everything. I can't think of anything.
Exactly.
I almost never actually change styles.
Yeah.
I just stick to Swordmaster because that's what I know what to do. And I pretty much never use anything but Rebellion. I have to actively remind myself that, oh yeah, I can change my style. Oh yeah, I can do a different weapon.
And the only way you can learn that sort of thing is by setting rules and then someone saying, no, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you used this type of chord and that's wrong because of this. Now, if you're just making music and whatever the fuck, if that's what you want to do, go ahead, nobody gives a shit. But
yeah, if you want it to sound good.
Yeah, like it's gonna sound really, really fucking dissonant. If you want that, that's fine, but understand that it's gonna sound that way. Do it on purpose, not by accident.
You can do that.
Yeah.
But if you're not doing it on purpose, people are gonna be able to fucking tell.
Exactly. It will sound like a fuck up.
So here's our... Like, here's how... Hey, look, it's that tits we've seen before.
It's a small congregation.
So this is just what they do on their downtime.
I want to actually hear Dante call a pizza place and say...
Dude! Okay, so the DMC anime is really fucking bad, but it's basically a slice-of-life anime for Dante. It literally, in the first episode, he calls the pizza place and places his order for the pizza.
Like what? Just some local pizza place. And can we get some wings?
That's a weird line, lady. All they do is just hang out all day and eat pizza.
With their boobs.
And don't do anything.
Well, they don't eat the pizza with their boobs.
I mean, you gotta... You lack imagination.
Oh. Oh.
So one of the things, lady was like, what do you actually know about Sparta? And he's like, pretty much nothing.
His name?
Like, from what I understand, there's a lot of confusion. So Sparta was on the wall earlier, and then Trish walked off screen, and fucking took it.
Things always gotta be complicated.
And apparently her plan was, I'm gonna take this sword, the demon sword Sparta, and just give it to the evil cultists.
You know.
What could go wrong?
This could go wrong.
So I do like... so that's always something that has been weird to me, is... So Dante opened his shop, and then Virgil rose up the Terramagoo and destroyed the town, and destroyed his shop. So, like, number one, did he rebuild the shop that he had, or did he buy a new place in a different city altogether? Or, if the first one, if he just rebuilt the shop he originally started out with, how did they fix the city that Virgil destroyed with the Terramagoo?
Did he go to the zoning board committee and say, this is what I want to open, do I have permission? What corporate tax is he filing under? I have a lot of questions.
In DMC5, like, the first time we see Dante, like, some dude walks into the shop and the electricity and the water have been turned off.
He sends checks to the water
he got
company.
he got a non-pay disco.
Yeah, he got a final notice that he disregarded.
But that, like, I've thought about that a lot, which is, like, did he just set up a new shop in a new town, or did they rebuild the city that Virgil fucked up?
Yeah, pretty quick.
Someone answer me.
Please.
Fuck you. Whoosh. So it does throw me off, because Dance Macabre, they changed the input in DMC 3. Dance Macabre. Oh, god damn you. How about this? DMC 2, motherfucker! Yeah? I guess it's probably he probably just bought a new shop in a new town.
Yeah.
But that's not as funny.
No.
It's funnier to think, like, they cleaned up the city after a giant demon pillar of hell arose in the middle, made because what happened after they got rid of the Terramagoo at the end of DMC3? Is there just a hellmouth in the middle of town?
Repurpose this tower to be, apartments or something.
I don't... There's so many questions. There's so many questions.
And so few answers.
Like a sinkhole, but it's a hellmouth.
Yeah, it leads to hell.
So fun to do. You guys are being annoying. I'm gonna pull my devil trigger and fuck you up.
Yeah, but
So yeah, Dante's devil trigger is just the conventional devil trigger. You hit harder, you do more damage. It's a lot of fun.
Hit harder, last longer.
But it almost felt like, again, this is Dante on a job that he's not taking seriously at all. He's not being challenged whatsoever. He has no real personal stake in what's happening. The only reason that it's really relevant to him is because the bad guys happen to, like, quote-unquote worship Sparta. That's kind of it. That's the only relevance that it has to Dante. Onto the purple fall. So again, we're going backwards through this level that we have already done as Nero, but it's raining. It's raining, and the layout of which exit leads to what area is different because of the purple fog. That's it.
Alright.
And we are fighting the Blades, which, to be fair, were an enemy from DMC1, so there's more justification for Dante fighting them than almost any other enemy that Nero fought. Mm-hmm. But it's still like, wow, poor Dante just didn't get a game. They didn't make Dante a game, they made Nero a game, and then they made Nero half a game. And then they're like, well, shit, we need to have Dante be playable. They made half the game, went, shit, and then had you go back through half of the game backwards. And it's like, oh no.
Oh no.
It almost feels like in this game, like, Dante doesn't need his Devil Trigger. If you never use Devil Trigger at any point during this game with Dante, that would probably be the canon result. Like, at no point did he ever need to actually take this seriously. Or do anything of, like, there was no effort involved. In fact, things only got as bad as they did because Dante and Trish were just fucking around.
They was fucking around.
Like, let's just shoot the Pope in the face and give him Sparta and see what happens.
So fuck it, let's do that first, see if that works, and if it doesn't, then we'll do other things.
Yeah. So now we can finally fight these Dante combat adjudicators.
And fence perpetrators.
They did change his moveset, well, the Swordmaster moveset, compared to what it was in DMC3. Whereas in DMC3, down, like, away and circle was Dance Macabre, now it's forward circle is Dance Macabre, and they changed how Dance Macabre ends, which is kind of fun. And then Round Trip, they just made that a hold down triangle move. And then down back is this new move, which is fuck you. Which is a lot of fun. And then I don't know if they did anything different with all the other styles, because I barely use them in DMC3. So this one we're not even going through the level backwards. This is just the same route that Nero took. Thing. It just took a longer time to get to it. Ooh, you lizard bitch. You flowery lizardy bitch.
You raggedy, wavy bitch.
And it's the same puzzle and everything, too. Just go the opposite way of the shadow. To go to the same place.
They didn't even rewrite the plaque to make it backwards. Like,
to fight the same boss.
oh, shit.
Hey.
No.
Stop fucking with the wires.
No.
No, I'm helping.
Really?
Listen. Jesus. Oh god, you fucking idiot! He tripped over the wire. What even are you doing? Christ. I'm gonna cause a ruckus until you get me treats. No, listen! Listen! I want the tweets. Styles. Trickster. Yeah, that's it. Increase Trickster style to level 3. That's it. Increase style to level 4. Abilities. Get more orbs. Enemy step. I still can't believe they make you buy the double jump. Ear trick. See, Swordmaster has a lot of fucking moves. Oh, okay. I don't know about that one. Shock. I don't know about that one. Saving. And just the same area. Den of the She-Viper. What? She doesn't even, like, know that he's there. She's just pooping out seeds. And he's like, gross. So here, again, contrast Nero's cutscene with Dante's. Who the fuck are you?
I was beginning to feel a little ignored.
You may check.
My name is Dante.
To unify and spend eternity with a child of mine.
Oh, boy.
One leg hanging out somehow.
As appealing as that sounds, I think I'll pass.
As appealing as being eaten sounds. Someone on the dev team.
Interesting. Don't you think?
So, now we're fighting Nero's bosses. And they're not designed around Dante's moveset at all. Whoop. Trick, sword, trick, stick, and slinger. Although I do miss having the Buster in order to do the cool finishing moves. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about, where it's like, you're just kind of doing normal attacks on him.
Just hitting them.
Just kind of punching him in the face. Like, that's the only nice thing about, like, oh yeah, I can change my style. I forget constantly that I can do that, but if I hit Royal Guard, it's really nice to be able to just throw down a block. Oh shit.
Oh, my sack. My dangly sack.
Yeah, I'm just kind of doing this. With Nero, he does like a fucking... like a boxing bag against that thing. What's it called? A speed bag?
Punching bag?
Yeah, a punching bag, like a speed bag against it.
I like the alliteration.
And look, she's in a like stun state where you can totally do the fucking finishing move on her. Oh, I miss playing as Nero and fighting these bosses. But they are so not hard at all with Dante. They are not designed with his moveset in mind at all. Like, they just can't handle him. Which plays into the story. Whoop. There we go. And then this is the ultimate.
Oh!
Fuck you, Nero. He just shoots her. Like, what does that imply?
He just poped her.
That boss fight meant nothing.
Yep.
He just shot her, and that's it.
One down.
So
That's how the developers felt, too.
So here's what's interesting, is normally in the series, Dante gets the devil arms by fighting the boss, and then they go, okay, I'll be your enemy, I'll be your weapon now.
Yeah.
But in this, he's just killing these demons, and then Angus mentioned earlier that they're using devil arms to power the Hell Gates and like turn them on. So Dante's instead taking the devil arms that were powering the Hellgates and using them as his weapons. So this weapon is Gilgamesh. And this is your resident charge, punch, Street Fighter weapon of the game. Your Ifrit, your Beowulf. And this one's named Gilgamesh. I think that's a really cool name for it. But because he did not get this devil arm from the boss he just fought, we don't know what the demon named Gilgamesh looks like. We just know what the weapon he has looks like. Until we get to DMC5. DMC5 finally shows us what Gilgamesh looks like, and it's super cool. So again, like, cool weapon is just not my thing. This attack, the real impact, is really the only move of substance, because this is the boss killer move right there. If, like, I'm gonna use this, you'll see, that is a fucking boss ruiner. But aside from that, it's not really a weapon that I normally use, because I'm just not into these types of weapons. So you gotta, like, hold it down as long as possible in order to get the most damage.
Mario, Paper Mario style.
That move's really fun, and that move's really fun. And that's kind of it. That's the only... And then here's the other thing, is I'm not going to talk about this weapon yet, but you have all three equipped at the same time. So if you want to go from Rebellion to Gilgamesh back to Rebellion, you got to press the button twice to get there. So you're like, oh, I got Gilgamesh equipped. Time to go back to Rebellion. It's not good. The fact that you have to have all three equipped at the same time is not good.
It's not.
It throws you off. And again, there's a really good video that actually goes into depth about it.
Zach.
But it's like, the fact that you have the entire toolkit available is not necessarily a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a good thing if you're, like, that really high-level DMC player who's just doing combo videos and style tricking all over everyone. And you can really take advantage of having all four styles available at the same time, and you're using all four styles in every combat encounter. But, like, you know, there's the skill floor, there's the skill ceiling, and then there's people like me who are just kind of sort of in the middle. And it doesn't benefit people like me. I don't benefit from having all four styles available at the same time. It's better, it's certainly preferable, in terms of the styles. Because there are contexts where one would be better than the other, but I pretty, like, in terms of utility, I pretty much just use one or two.
Yeah.
At the best of times.
And again, that has parallels.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you're a virtuoso, then having everything under the sun available to you is a valuable tool. But if you don't know what you're doing, you don't have
the limitations
everything.
are more helpful.
Yeah, in
order for developing your skills.
Everything available to you, you have nothing available to you.
And the weapons are even worse. Like, the styles, that is a marked improvement. Because if you don't want to, you can just not use any other style. I pretty much just stick to using Swordmaster, and you can just not touch the D-pad. Whereas the weapons, it's just straight up like, I don't want to have these weapons on my person. It's fucking me up when I try and switch from one weapon to the other. The fact that I have all three, and I have to switch through that third weapon in order to get to the other weapon that I actually want to use. Like, it's just straight up not good that you have to have all three available. Even though I pretty much never am going to use Gilgamesh. I'm pretty...
Shadows die twice, that shit.
Oh, wow.
in case you want to hear that title one more time.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Our new game, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
They say it about 80 million times in the trailer.
Like, that is the thing that again, I don't want to talk about DMC5 while we're playing DMC4, but that's what DMC5 fixed, is at the beginning of the level, you pick your loadout. So if you want to go into a level with only one weapon equipped, you fucking can. There's nothing forcing you. If you want to go into the level with every single weapon in the game equipped, because you're that fucking style beast, then you can fucking do it. Like, there's the option to have literally every single weapon equipped at the same time, and the game literally goes, you really probably should use this. If you're not really, really good at the game, you should not use this option. Like, I go through, like, DMC5 with just Rebellion equipped, and then, like, the other weapon that I'll switch to when it's appropriate in context-sensitive situations. Like, I'll switch to Gilgamesh when we're fighting a boss, because it's a really good weapon to use against bosses. But otherwise, I'll pretty much never use anything but Rebellion. Fuck you. Like, for these guys, Gunslinger's really fucking useful. So I'll go, oh yeah, I have Gunslinger. I'll switch to that. Whereas, like, the reason so many people, like, got dedicated to using Royal Guard, like, there's so many people out there who are, like, really, really fucking good at Royal Guard, is because they picked Royal Guard at the beginning of the game and just never used anything but Royal Guard. So now they're really, really, really good at Royal Guard. And that ain't me. I ain't good at Royal Guard. Because I used it once, I was like, nah, and then never used it again. And I don't know who the fuck is into Gunslinger, but okay.
Somebody.
Some heroes. Whoop. I'm doing a really good job. Hey, everyone!
Subtitle for the
Hey, I'm doing a really good job.
DMC4. I'm doing a really good job.
So, again, once more, we're just going through the game backwards.
Fall down its bitch back.
It's really upsetting. Go start from Fortuna City, go all the way forward, and then go all the way back. But now you're playing as Dante. And it's like, we made half the game, and fuck. Let's go through the half of the game again. It's really upsetting.
Do the half again.
Dante, this sure is a fun Dante to be playing as. I sure wish he had a game to play him with. There's a fucking mod for the PC version of DMC3 that lets you have style switching. It really fucking upsets me that, like, there's no way for them to put that into any of the console releases of DMC3. Because how fucking nice would it be to play through DMC3 with style switching? Smoking sick style. Fuck you. Kim. This party's getting crazy. Like, you could see when he killed the She-Viper chick that he was just kind of like, fuck this. Like, he's not, like, he's not into it.
Yeah.
Like, he's not taking this seriously whatsoever. He's like, this is dumb.
Boring Zoidberg.
My father wasn't so hideous. Can't you tell by looking at me? I could be eating pizza right now. Could be having a strawberry sundae.
You having a chili dog. Still amazes me that became canon.
Yes.
The actual, like, Sega staff were like, what did the Americans come up with for our character? That he likes chili dogs. Okay.
Okay.
What the fuck is a chili dog?
Roll with that, I guess.
And eventually they stuck with it so much that they put it in the game.
See, look, like, I have Gilgamesh. I'm not using Gilgamesh. I haven't switched out of Swordmaster. Whoop. Oh, you fuck boy. Oh, you bitch fuck. Yeah, just not a weapon I'm into. I like Rebellion. That's what I'd rather use. Yeah, Dante has two. He's got pizza, and he's got strawberry sundaes. Those are his Sonic. Like, literally, Dante's just Sonic.
The restaurant, that is.
So in this game, he's kind of modern Sonic. So that's the progression that it's been. DMC1, I would say, is like Sonic Adventure era Sonic. DMC3 is like Steve Urkel Sonic. And at the end, he becomes Sonic Adventure era Sonic. DMC3 is Sonic Boom Sonic.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm done with this. And now he has finally become modern Sonic, which is still like the dumbest terminology to use, like modern Sonic. I mean, he's been modern Sonic for fucking how long now? How many games? But like, Sonic Colors Sonic. Sonic Colors and 4. Look good.
Dodge Avenger or similar.
I have to time it. God damn. There we go. There we go. No! I gotta do it 5 times in a row? That's horseshit. Fuck it. I'm not good at Royal Guard. You have to learn enemy timing, and I'm not good at that.
It's like an old platformer. I'm a level guy, not a boss guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand there for 80 minutes and figure out the pattern and whatever else. I just want to play the game.
That's a really good comparison.
Yeah. Weird laugh.
Fuck!
I was laughing at the fact that I took 80 minutes in just such a weird, random
God,
amount of time.
fucking damn piece of shit. No, just, I don't want to fucking do the secret mission.
Abandon